my best bud on the team committed suicide. Now that I look back, I wish I would have talked to him more. That was let me know how real mental health is. That was a dark, dark place during my career.
Welcome everybody to the highs and lows of X's and O's. I'm your host, Dr. Hillary Cauthen, or as some of my clients like to call me, Dr. C. I'm a clinical sports psychologist based in Austin, Texas, and I've been in the field for over 17 years working with individual athletes, teams, and organizations in building their mental performance and wellness programs. My passion is to assist breaking down stigmas across communities, which is highlighted in my book, Hello Trauma, Our Invisible Teammate. This is your go-to podcast where we delve into the intricate dance between mental health, performance, and success. Every week, we explore the peaks and valleys while striving for success with the insights straight from top performers and elite athletes. Join us as we uncover their stories, challenges, and mental cheat code that could be a game changer for your performance playbook. Let's get started.
The blitz. Mariota flattened. Derrick Johnson at 35.
I have no idea how they blocked him.
I'm so excited for this week's episode. Our guest is highly decorated, very selfless, and what I like to kind of observe as a servant leader. So initially when I was going to read his bio, he was very humble and said I could cut some parts out. But we're here for highs and lows, and I think it's really important to actually acknowledge the accomplishments that you've put in here, which I'm sure are still only a snippet of the highlights of what you do.
Yeah.
So let me introduce you to our guest, Mr. Derrick Johnson, a former All-American Texas Longhorn linebacker that was drafted 15th in the first round of the 2005 NFL Draft by the Kansas City Chiefs. In 13 seasons with the Chiefs, he earned 4 Pro Bowls, 2 All-Pro selections, and retired as the Kansas City Chiefs' all-time leading tackler in the franchise history. But that's not all. He is a native of Waco, Texas. He was privileged to play for Mack Brown at the University of Texas at Austin, where he won the Bronco Nagurski Award, Butkus Award, Big 12 Defensive Player of the Year, and was inducted into UT Hall of Honor in 2019. Currently has been selected to 5 Hall of Fames. Most recent was the College Football Hall of Fame. And I think this is the really interesting part of what Derrick has that is really important for us is the service aspect. Is Derrick has founded a nonprofit organization called Defend the Dream Foundation since 2013, where his mission is to provide low-income and inner-city youth reading resources to help those reach their full potential. So welcome to the highs and lows of X's and O's. I'm really excited that you're here with us.
Thank you for having me.
So why don't you kind of dive into what you're currently working on right now?
Oh, well, I'm big into service. Now that I don't play ball, I am working in my passion and my purpose. And that's helping inner city youth through education. I grew up in a house with a school teacher for a mom, so you can only imagine my mindset when it comes to education and knowing that that's the key to their success, especially inner city kids and low income areas. So being able to provide those resources for them. What it is that we do, we transform and beautify Title I elementary school libraries, turn them into a reading oasis just to lighten the environment and put new age appropriate books in there for the kids. So that's what me and my wife are doing now, and I'm loving it. I volunteer and help with the football team so I can stay close to the football because I'm a football head. So this is I'm glad to be here today. Yeah.
I love it. So what is your go-to book right now that you would put in an elementary school?
Pete the Cat. I love all the Pete the Cat. Yeah, Pete the Cat. Well, I obviously it's some they're first and second grade books, but they're fun. They get the kids involved. So I'm big at just being able to lighten the mood and just make reading fun.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Pete the Cat with the shoes is my favorite one.
Yeah.
Love that one. All right. Well, I like to start off with kind of learning the play, as I call it. So take me back to your sport history, your sport experience when you first got involved.
Oh, man. I started playing football when I was 9 years old. It was in a tough area. One of my best friends said, man, you should play ball with us because you're an athletic kid just like me. One of my best friends. I'm 9, 10 years old. I'm like, all right, cool. I didn't know what I was getting into. It's a rough part of town. Luckily, my mom knew the coach and everything, but man, that coach was super, super hard on me, and I didn't know how to take it. So I did not want to play my first year. I used to cry like, Mom, don't make me go. But She knew what was in store. She kept making me go. Eventually, I was pretty good, so I was like, all right, I can do this. But my brother, he's 6 years older than me, so he went to Baylor University, big football person. Went to the NFL for 5 years, so I had somebody that I wanted to be like, and that was in the same lane as I was going. So that actually helped me. I had a lot of, I guess, I had a advantage over a lot of kids because somebody was in the house with me doing it at a high level, and for me to actually look at them and look at a positive example, it actually helped me in my walk.
Yeah. Is football all you did?
No, basketball, track. I was a big track guy. That actually helped me to be a better football player because I ran track, and I always tell kids you don't have to be a track star. If you're going to run track will actually help you at all your sports. It's about running mechanics and just being able to run more efficiently and run fast. Being fast that actually helps in sports. Yeah.
And not use it as a punishment.
Exactly.
When do you feel that youth should specialize in a sport?
Ooh, that's a good one. When you say specialize, you mean get started in the sport or take it seriously?
No, I'm thinking more like this is becoming their like passion. So they're doing the extra work. Maybe they cut out a different sport and they're like fully focused on that sport.
Ooh, I would say ninth grade, they should start cutting down. Not saying you should focus on one sport, but if you're doing 3 or 4 sports, let's cut it down. Just because the older you get, the more skilled you have to be in that particular sport. And the more you do, obviously, if you're a really good athlete, you're going to do well in all those sports that you're in. But the older you get, other people are doing more work and they're getting more skills in their particular sport. And you're taking away your time from 1 or 2 sports that you can really, really thrive in instead of doing too much. Sometimes we do too much, you don't do enough.
Right. So 9 years old, football's hard. Don't want to go. Coach is a little scary.
Yeah.
Take me through when you kind of realize like, oh, this sport is it for me. Like, I think I'm going to make it.
Yeah. Probably in the 8th grade. I was always a good athlete, even in Pee Wee ball, 4th and 5th grade, 6th grade. I was pretty good, but I never really had success on the offensive side of the ball. So when I got to the 8th grade, 7th grade, I was a pretty good defensive player, just an athlete, didn't have much success. But my 8th grade year, I started getting the ball. I was a receiver. Even on the kickoff, they would put me back there and I would run it back. And that kind of fueled me like, oh, I'm a little bit better than everybody else, which helps your confidence. And it just kind of grows kind of like a fire, like, all right, if I'm going to really do this, I got to really just carve some time out to get better at it. Because, it's one thing to be good at a sport, but if you're really going to thrive, you got to put in a little bit extra work. I'm talking about even as a 9th grader or 8th and 9th grader. And once I got to 9th grade, I was still playing both sides of the ball, receiver and linebacker. And I hit a couple people and coach was like, all right, this is, just let me know, all right, you got a real shot at becoming a big time linebacker. And it went up from there.
What is that feeling like when you like go in to hit somebody?
Oh man. Oh, chills right now, So I'm a natural defensive person. Don't get me wrong. I was an athlete, so you can play offense, you can do your thing, but I want to hit. I want to give the hit. I don't want people to hit me. It's a feeling that you can't explain. It's a feeling that it almost takes the soul away from somebody. Football's a violent sport, right. So you have to channel that, and even if it's a dark area, it comes out on film. It comes out on game day, looking like pure gold. When you channel that darkness or that meanness, that toughness, and it's a controlled chaos. It's a controlled meanness that you have to have. It's not a out of control meanness, but it's a violent sport that I accept.
When did you start to lock into that emotional aspect of it where you like could control it, use it, like put it into play efficiently?
Probably in high school, at an early age, probably my 11th and 12th grade year, I would find myself, the good thing about football is you can hit somebody after play or somebody talking noise. A lot of stuff going on out there that a lot of people don't know about, that a lot of emotions you have to manage while you're out there on the field, because it's a physical sport. I mean, you're grabbing and touching each other in a violent way. So there's going to be some animosity, some competitiveness going on. So I just had a knack for saying, if somebody said something to me or got me on the last play, I'm like, all right, I got you.
Stored in.
Yeah, because you got to be confident that, you got to be confident in yourself to wait, right? A lot of people, you'll see guys on the field where they'll retaliate right now. They always catch the second person that gets hit or whatnot. But I'm like, okay, I'm very confident in what I do, and very smart player. So I knew I was going to get my leg back. So, and I was pretty good. God has really blessed me to run fast and jump high and have a good mindset. And football is my ticket.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of the patience, right? A lot of people don't have that patience early on, right? And you were like, I'm going to store it, I'm going to use it, and then you're in trouble.
Patience is big in football. You have to have a strong mindset. It's not easy to have patience. It's like a little kid, right? Little kid gets mad and they retaliate right there. It's just, they can't control it. But when you get older and you're more mature, even if you got a little bit of rage and a little bit of anger on the football field, there's a way to channel that so it comes off well. And, you're able to, even individual success, especially in football, equals team success. And football is the ultimate team sport. So Don't get me wrong. We're talking about, mentally how you have to be individual as an individual player, but at the same time, it's the ultimate team sport. So there's a lot of people doing other stuff that allows me to do my job.
Right. So let's talk about that, like social support, that circle you had, like who's teaching these lessons? I know you mentioned your older brother, but like throughout this high school early development phase, like who's helping you shape who you became?
My family dynamic really helped me. Some people don't have that. And some people get it from other mentors or trainers or coaches. And I had that too. So I had it in every area. I wasn't lacking when it comes to knowledge and being able to have direction in football. So that was really, really awesome for me. Football's a sport where the more you know, the more you can channel what you have, your athletic ability. I always tell people, when it comes to running fast and jumping high, nobody's, especially when you get up to college, especially when you get up to the NFL, like everybody's about the same. You got somebody's a little faster, a little this, Xavier Worthy's probably a lot faster.
It might be the unique.
He's the only one, but everybody else is pretty much the same, especially when you talk about them in their specific position or whatnot. So what separates player from a player is the knowledge of the game. That I didn't get that until probably a couple years in college. And when you get to that point, now you're anticipating things. You're moving before the ball moves. That's how you make plays. Like, people see great plays here and there, and they see these great players, but a lot of it, they're doing a lot of mental gymnastics before the play happens. Then it allows them to experience that greatness.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that, like, transition, right? Where when you get to a certain level, everybody is kind of number one. Yeah. And like, we kind of forget that. We don't teach that to like the high school guys coming in because they're like, I'm the best, I'm going in. Yeah. They forget there's 5 other number ones that got recruited into that class. It's a whole new battle. So I want to shift into what I call like our high pressure play, right? Your transition into the next level will go collegiate and professional. Was UT always the choice, always the dream? Mac Brown, that's the guy.
That was it all the way. I was a Longhorn leaner. I went to other schools like A&M, OU. I even went to Florida State. I had a cousin that up there. I just wanted to check it out. But when it comes to being a Texas Longhorn, I kind of, especially in high school, I loved it. I watched them all the time. I'm like, I got to be a Longhorn. And other colleges didn't have a chance. I kind of shut it down. Yeah, Baylor came through. Everybody came through. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna take my talents to Austin.
I feel like Texas is a unique vibe. Like when you are committed, you are committed.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You're not looking any other way. That is it.
That is it. And I'm glad Coach Brown was awesome at that time. Great recruiter. I mean, my mom was she's trying to make me commit early. She's like, man, he said there's a certain amount of scholarships that they're giving. I'm like, Mom, let me take my business or whatnot. But she knew where I wanted to go, whatnot. But coming to the University of Texas has been a blessing and still is.
So that transition in, was it difficult your first year, or was it a pretty smooth, you knew what you're getting and you were good with it?
You know what? I guess we'll get to my adverse moment. Everybody has it.
Yeah.
But I did not have much adversity when I first came to the University of Texas. Not that I didn't work hard.
Right.
You know how things happen. God allows certain things to happen where you say, man, things are just happening for him. He's working hard and he's getting favored. And when I first got here, they didn't lie to me or anything. They said, hey, we got 3 senior linebackers, and after they leave, you'll be the guy. When I first got here, I was running around so good that I was like, well, I think we can make a 3-4 for you. We can make this happen. Yeah. So I started playing more, at least half of the games, and I had the most tackles on the team. So that tells you my impact that I had. Scrawny, I wouldn't say scrawny. I was skinny, tall linebacker, 210, 6'4", just tall and rangy. But I can run sideline to sideline, and man, I wasn't thinking much out there. I think they did a great job by not putting too much on me. Not a lot of responsibility. I was mainly a whole player in the middle. Now you can do that back then, but now it's different. You regardless of what position you play, the game is spread out too much for you to get out there and minimize certain, especially the linebacker position, minimize their responsibility. Offensive too good. So if I would have came here during this time, still would have thrived, but it would have been different. You couldn't say, hey, get in the middle of the field, go get ball, see ball. It would have been a lot different.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you're having like easy transitions once you committed football. High school's good, high athlete, transition well. You earn it, you get success right away.
Yeah. I actually was Big 12 defensive freshman of the year.
Right. Like these things aren't normal, right?
Yeah, right.
What do you think is setting you apart that's allowing that to happen besides maybe the timing, right? There's something about you uniquely that is allowing you to just transition smoothly.
I never thought about that, but it just came to me when you said that. For me to transition smoothly, other than the timing of it, I believe being able to stay humble, being able to not let the fans, media, even though I'm pretty good, not to let that go to my head, say, I still got to work, always keeping that chip on your shoulder. It looks good on film. I always tell people that. But I was big at always conquering the moment. Even when I had a great freshman year at the University of Texas, other players are like, man, you got, man, you're trying to go to the NFL and this, boom, and, start talking this. And that was almost too much for me. I'd be like, oh, hold on. I got a sophomore year.
I'm right here.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to conquer where I'm at, and and they were all right what they were saying and predicting, but I think for me it allowed me to stay in the moment and allowed me to not get distracted, because it's easy to you come into college, big time college, playing Power 5 schools, and you're having your way, and things can get to your head, and you got to be grounded. You got to know your why, and don't let it change. Of course, it'll change here and there, but you always got to have your why and why you work hard. Because when it gets hard, you got to push through.
So knowing that there are obstacles, there are distractions, what were some sacrifices or choices you deliberately made to make sure you stayed on course for your goal?
Not getting in trouble. Stay out of trouble. Stay out of trouble. Make your mom proud. Make your parents proud. Make your family proud. Being able to manage your focus. Like, what am I here for? Free education. I got this great opportunity. There's a lot of other stuff I can get into. Not that I'm perfect, but there's some things that I can control. There's some choices and decisions that I need to make. And don't miss that opportunity for not thinking, always being conscious of your circumstance, always knowing, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. And always, there are going to be some obstacle, but what's the objective, right? Don't worry about the obstacle. What's the objective?
So looking at the collegiate phase, what's the highlight that you remember that you're like, this is my turning point. This is elevating me even further. Like, that stands out to you.
Probably I had a chance to leave my junior year, and media and everybody else was like, even the fans, like, oh man, hope he doesn't leave, hope he comes back. Everybody wants a good player to come back, right? I was having way too much fun at the University of Texas, so I made sure that I was going to take all 4 of my years of being a Longhorn, and we're on this winning train, winning 10 plus games a year, and I was having fun on the field and off the field. And that senior year kind of let me know, okay, you're ready for the big leagues, right? You're ready to take the next step. I had even though I was predicted to have a really good year, I had a great year, won some national awards, and just, gosh bless me, man. It was, when I look back on it, I'm like, man, I didn't go through much. Of course, I made some right decisions to make all that happen and worked hard mentally and physically, but I thrived at the University of Texas, and I was very fortunate.
So knowing that, I mean, you're just checking all highs. Yeah. Like, was it hard to stay on top? Like,
it's actually harder to stay on top. It's harder to stay on top because you have this expectation, you have this standard now that you have to even, we'll get to the league soon, but when you get paid, or when something great happens, people want to see that again.
Right.
And the hardest thing to do is play good consistently. That's the hardest thing to do. It's one thing to, have a great game. Boom, I got a breakout game. Yeah. Back it up with the next one. Because now, not only are you having a good game, the other team's going to say, hey, we can't let that person, get off on us.
So consistency, were you the same player practice-wise, competitive-wise? Because there's sometimes people that are like really great, turned on for competition and practice. They're kind of like, were you the same all the way through?
Yeah, I was the same all the way through. I don't think that's a good habit. It's a bad habit but there are, I've seen it. I've been playing ball for a long time. There are gamers, and there's guys where you say, he doesn't practice well, or there's guys in practice who say, wow, he's really good, and then in the games he's not so good. I've made a conscious effort to have great energy, great mindset in practice, so I can have more confidence for the game. That gives me confidence for the game.
So, I mean, I'm exhausted thinking about the mental and emotional strength it took you to be this successful. I really don't think people realize like the toll it takes to continuously chase with what I say without chasing, right? Yeah. Like, we have these outcomes, but we're not chasing the outcomes. We're trusting the process. We're showing up every day. We're grounded, but you're on all the time.
Yeah, that's exhausting. Like it takes a lot of energy. So, and we, at the end of the day, we're all a product of how we spend our time. So, in anything we do, anything we whatever profession we're in, sport or not, we are a product of how we spend our time. So, I want to spend my time right, so the results can speak for themselves.
How are you recharging outside of football?
So I make sure I'm not crazy busy. I try to live a balanced life, especially when I was playing ball. just because football takes a lot. It takes a lot emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. It's a lot, and it's a tough man sport. It really is. It's a gladiator sport. It's a cutthroat business that in order to consistently be good at it, you got to be at the top of the food chain, because there's a lot of guys getting cut, or I should say things aren't happening the way they want them to happen. So when you do have success in football, count it a blessing, be fortunate, and move to the next one. I'm big at following up, being able to say, hey, I did this. You're only as good as your last game. Because I feel I could have 5 straight good games, and if I have a bad game, I am emotionally down. My confidence is down. But for some reason, like I said, throughout the week, if you have great practice habit, your habits form who you are. So if you're a good practice guy and you're channeling your energy in a positive way throughout the week, you can get back to star status quickly. That's what I've done.
Were there any difficulties, anything that you're like, I wish I could have that back, that happened at the University of Texas?
I would say probably mentally, watching more film. This game, I've learned this game is a mental game. Like I said earlier, that everybody pretty much can run, jump the same, but what separates people is a mental aspect of the game, and just getting used to film work early, and being able to diagnose what's about to happen just gives you more confidence, and your ability just shows up more. And if you're a person that's a crazy athlete, it's going to look even better if you got it up here. So that's the one thing. And again, I'm young. You don't know. Coaches tell you, hey, we got to watch film, we got to do this. But now that I look at it, I'm like, yeah, you have to watch film. If you think about it, you're like, there's certain things that happen in the game now that I'm older, and you look and you say, man, this formation, I watched it all week. You move a little bit this way, or when the running back is behind in the shotgun behind the quarterback, most likely it's going to be a run. Why are you dropping back? Why you think it's a pass? What's going through your head? Yeah. So in order to make really good plays, you got to anticipate. Now I'm not saying you're going to know everything, but when you anticipate something and you kind of know it's coming and it happens, it's a big play.
But I mean, I think the theme is there is a comfort and confidence in the knowledge.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. It feels like a sword. It's just a weapon that you like, man, I got something that you don't know I know, and if you do it, I got you. Mm-hmm. So that's it. And it gives you confidence too.
And I like it. It is a secret weapon because they can't tell what's in your mind.
No,
they just see your physique, they see what your play is, but the extra little layers, like, I've studied all this, I know you, and I got you. That's confident. That I love it. So let's go to the Kansas City Chiefs. First round. Mm-hmm. You knew you were going first round?
I did. Yep. I was going from 10 to 15. That was my slot.
There was no surprise.
Yeah, no surprise. Yeah.
Everything is just like, check out the process for you. You're really on the top.
Yeah.
Did you have a team before the Chiefs that you were like, I really wish, or were you like, whatever team, I'm going to be blessed?
You don't think about that when you're first coming out. Well, I didn't think of that. I just want to go as early as possible, get more money. It's just superficial stuff. And the Kansas City Chiefs told me, hey, I don't think you're going to drop to 15, because I actually dropped in the draft. You never know what goes on in the draft. But I actually dropped in the draft, and from 10 to 15, they were at 15th pick, and they was like, there's no way if you drop, they didn't even think they were going to give me. They're like, I know, Detroit's there. We know San Diego's there. Houston is big on you. So we just know we're probably not going to get you. But, they wanted me to come in and visit and do all that. And I'm thinking in my head when Dick Vermeil told me that, I'm like, yeah, I'm probably not. I'm probably not. But it's cool to be here. See, see Kansas City. But needless to say, that clock rolled around, and And I remember it when the 15th pick came up, I was like, Kansas City told me they was going to give me. So let's see. Got that call from the 816, and it was
you
history.
knew. Yeah. And you stayed there your whole career.
Yeah, 13 straight years.
I mean, that's
13 straight
not everyone can say that, right?
Yeah.
To be able to have their entire career playing there, like, same team.
Yeah. That was the 5 head coaches. I mean, I've been through some stuff in Kansas City, some losing seasons, some winning seasons. Second half of my years were better than the first half, but man, I've learned a lot and got a lot to share.
So going into pro level now, did you have a goal of like, I want a 10-year career, I want an 8-year, I want a 15? Like, do you have any thinking through that process?
I did not. I think what helped me, because a lot of people, I have goals. A lot of people are really, really goal oriented, which it probably works for them, but I'll write stuff down. I do have goals. I just want to say that it is important for you to have goals.
Yeah.
But I'm not that person that looks at that goal every day. I'm not that person that says that goal all the time. I want to play this. I want to do that. Again, I always conquer them all. There's so much. There's so many little things, little mini victories you have to conquer before that's even possible. Right. And I'm so focused on my short-term goals, just so when I can look back later on, I can say, I did it.
Mm-hmm. So coming in, was it as easy as Texas transition?
No, it was not.
Let me get some hard stuff now.
Yeah, let me get some hard stuff. Don't get me wrong. It's not like college isn't hard. For some reason, I thrived early and often. I got to the NFL, my first preseason game. I'm looking at film after we played it. We only played like first quarter. I was one of the starters already, and we was watching film, and I was moving so slow. I was so embarrassed. I was like, I'm looking around. See it. Yeah, I'm like, that's not me. Like, I was like, man, what's going on? Like, who is that person? Almost like what? Like, am I first round? Am I the first round guy? Because there's a lot of pressure on the first round pick, and I'm used to that. I've always been top of the food chain when it comes to linebackers. I've always been the best. But I played all 16 games, started all 16 games that year, didn't get hurt. Had just an okay year, up and down. Some games you say, oh wow, this is the guy.
We got a spark.
And then in some games you say, did he play? Because I didn't do much. But I noticed the reason I was moving so slow, I didn't know what was going on. Didn't know what was going on. So that really hit me, like, because when I got to University of Texas, I was moving fast because, they didn't give me any responsibility much. It was like, hey, run, see ball, get ball, you're in the middle, you're a whole player, do your thing. Cool. Got to the NFL, like, hey, you're playing the left side of the defense, and we're in a 4-3 scheme, and the tight end's on your side, you're the Sam. If the tight end's not, you're on your Will, so you're playing double. And I'm like, okay, all right, I can do it. I'm like, because I'm used to going to go get ball, Not that I wasn't a smart player, but I wasn't in that system, and I was playing Will and Sam backer. And now that it's so clear to me now, like what I should have been doing, but I just didn't know what was going on. I didn't know my keys. My vision was off, and my initial steps in football, tempo is everything. Like when the ball snaps, especially for a linebacker, you have to, your energy has to move a certain way with your keys. And if it doesn't, angles get off.
Right.
And I wasn't doing that early. I eventually figured it out by my probably second to third year. But yeah.
So what helped you get through that?
Well, being a first round pick, I'll be honest, not that I should have been benched or anything. You get chances. So when you're out there, you have a bad game, it's like first round pick, you just got a 5 or 6 year deal. Like
you get reps.
Yeah, you get reps. You get reps, which is awesome. A lot of people don't have that that advantage that I had. But my 5th year in the league was my big adverse moment. Big adverse moment. So my 1st year to my 4th year, I was an up and down player. They call it a yo-yo player, meaning they say, hey, he's really good. He shows a lot of Pro Bowl potential. And then it's like, just another guy, right?
Right.
Not that I was a bust, but I wasn't a Pro Bowl player. Todd Haley comes in. Not that he was right, because he was not right by benching me, but I got hurt, so he was questioned by toughness and just, in life, things happen. Life is 10% of what happens to you, 90% on how you respond. So me responding the right way was everything. So that my 5th year in the league, I got benched. I played like 20% of the snaps. Never, ever did that before. That was so like, it could have went left for me, meaning I could have talked myself out of JC. Like, hey, he's messing me over. Like, boom, we're not even a good team. It's like media was trying to, hey, why is he not playing? Why are you not doing this and that? And I just, when you get in tough moments, you got to go back on your foundation. You got to go back on your humility, your character. You can't let that go out the window. If you do that, really, you really mess things up, right? So by me, doing things the right way, saying everything right, still working my tail off. Man, the next year, he was tired of people talking about it. So he's like, all right, we got an open competition. So I'm tired of the DJ talk about, why is he playing much? I'll tell you what I did in training camp, going into my 6th year in the league, set me up. When you talk about, well, let me tell you what I've learned in that. 2 things, being a consistent player, which we talked about earlier, just being pretty good all the time. Like I'm pretty much on all the time. That's a lot comes with that. And then being easily motivated every day. Like sometimes fans think that we're superheroes and we love football, which we do, but we don't wake up every day motivated. Every single day, regardless of the money we get, we just don't do it. And I got to tell you, I figured it out. I made sure whenever I step out, even if I'm not feeling well, I made sure that when I stepped on that field that they felt my presence, and I made sure I didn't took advantage of that situation. So me building that up or making those habits, form who I was at that time. Every year after that, some kind of Pro Bowl honors, all-time leading tackle in Chiefs history. I was all pro. I did all that, big contract after that. All that came after my 5th year. So when people talk about, man, I'm in a moment that doesn't favor me, it's actually an opportunity for you to get better. Right. It's really an opportunity for you to get better.
So benched.
Benched. Yeah, that was embarrassing for me. But I love football so much. So during the week, I kind of kept going to work, being able to run, make plays out of the field. So I can make sure I kept my own confidence. Because sometimes, when a coach does something or sit us down or they don't do certain stuff that we want them to do, you get your confidence down. And as a player, you can't get you gotta believe in yourself. Like, don't get me wrong, you don't want to. Belief is over abilities. Like a lot of times we have to let me do it first and then I'll believe. It's like, nah, you gotta believe first. So.
I mean, I think that being benched, like that's what I tell like little kids, right? Like if they want to have a choice, if they're acting up when they're playing or whatever, it's like put them in timeout. Don't let them play. Like the one thing they want to do is play. Yeah. By not letting them play, now they have a choice of how they're going to respond, how are they going to show up, right?
Yeah.
And like you could have a choice. You could have run away, thrown a tantrum. Yeah. But you dug deep and you're like, nope, let me show you. I want to play. Yeah,
absolutely. Which made all the difference. When you fight through something that doesn't favor you, just has great benefits.
Yeah. What was the key emotion that you felt, right? Because we talk about it, it's like, okay, yeah, I was benched and you got through and you're successful. But what was that true emotion that you felt? The shame, embarrassment, Was there doubt? Like, what was it that really that darkness that?
It was doubt, a little bit of doubt, almost like even though I knew he was doing the wrong thing, I struggled with, is he right? Am I that good? Am I not that person?
So you don't think he should have benched you?
I don't think he should have benched me at all. No, not at all. And maybe it's a good thing that I never had it happen. So that was never even so when it happened, it was like, this is temporary. This is not what it is, which is good because sometimes, things happen with certain people and I'm like, man, they messing me over, man. Let me go move to another team or let me, or maybe I am losing. Maybe I'm a bust. I'm a first round pick. I'm not living up to what they need or whatnot. But no, that wasn't the case.
But I don't think he could have talked to you because you already knew. You knew you're up and down. You knew where you're at. Like he knew you were smart enough.
Yeah.
The only thing to change your behavior was to say, nope, figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. That's the one thing about sports that I love. It's got a component about it that if you can, that's where the secret is. Like, if you can figure it out, right? Of course, you need mentors, you need other people, you need knowledge, you need certain elements and qualities to help you to figure it out. Figure it out. You figure it out, you're that much better.
Yeah. So let's shift into the mental play. You talk a lot about the mental mindset. That's the kind of secret sauce. Clearly self-doubt. We need that belief into our abilities, right? Over just the talent, that mental cognitive component. What was your relationship like with the mental side of the game?
I think I was very fortunate the way I think. Football has a way of breaking you down mentally. You got to be a strong person in football. This is not golf. Golf where nobody's touching you. It's you against you, and it's usually always against you, just making sure you're focused on the right thing. But when you got other components as grown men grabbing you and it's being a physical game, it can really get construed when it's talk about the mental aspect of the game. You can really get jacked up and distracted. I somehow channeled that aggression. That's the one thing about football, especially the defense side of the ball. Every position you can use aggression the right way. Like you don't have to be on the defensive side to use aggression. Like being aggressive and tough as hell. Like that's like it's made for the football field. So whatever emotions or things you have off the field, because nothing's perfect. Everybody's going through certain issues and events. If you love football, that's a safe place to run around and knock people around. And obviously you still have to do some things different off the field from on the field. On the field, off the field, I'm the nicest guy. Right. It's just, to be a stand-up citizen, it wouldn't be safe for me to be like I am on the football field. On the football field, you can be a gladiator. You can be a hero. You can be that. I shouldn't say hero, a gladiator. But off the field, it's a different component. You got to have that switch where you say, hey, you got to a whole different mindset when it comes off the field. So football allows me to mentally get whatever aggression I need to get out. Coaches like it, fans like it. It's a gladiator sport, it's a violent sport, so we know what we signed up for, and you're in harm's way. That's the other component about it. But mentally, I do use football in a way to clear my mind and let out what I want to.
Now, was that innately taught, or had you had resources or coaches who guided you on like, here's how we kind of navigate this emotional stuff you've been carrying and channel it safely but aggressively into the sport?
Yeah, coaches. So I've been fortunate to have, especially in the NFL, really, really good coaches. I had 5 head coaches. My first coach was Dick Vermeil, then Herm Edwards, then Todd Haiti, what we talked about. That didn't work too well because he was there for only 2.5 years. But Romeo Cornell, old school coach, and then Andy Reid, my last 5 years. And Andy Reid was probably the best coach I've had in the NFL. He was always big on letting your personality show. Like, that's a big deal on the football field. Be you. Being able to do that allows you to say, man, whatever ups and downs I'm going through life, I can during this time, I can be me and let it out. And even if you're not having much off the field, even if things are good off the field, you still love this sport. So letting your personality show, it's going to be in an aggressive way, and it's going to help everybody around you.
Right. So how would DJ, the football player, be described? Because you in outside football life, I've met you, quiet, humble, not loud, gladiator dominating, right? Like, it is a different presence. It's like an easy, laid back kind of vibe. Like, I can't imagine that is your personality on the field.
That so many people say that. I enjoy being laid back and just chill. I like to cook. I like to grill, play basketball, hang out with the kids. Just, I'm really laid back. And even my kids sometimes say, man, I watch film and we'll see highlights and it's like, now who is that person? There's an edge that you have to have when you get on the field. And there's an edge, a quick-tempered edge, of course, in a controlled chaos, right? You got to be able to control it. But it's in a box, but it's a big box on the football field. Off the field, I just know I was raised right. Mom instilled a lot of great values in us at a young age. So I know right from wrong. Football gives me a chance to be that bad little kid. That bad little kid within the rules. And I was good at it. So God really blessed me to be able to play football at a high level and become something. A lot of times we acquire a lot of accolades and achievements, but it's kind of more about who we become in the process. You can't, like, even if you go through adversity or you get an achievement or go to the Pro Bowl or do something great, you gotta become better. Like, if you're not trying to get better, you're getting worse.
Were there like mantras, cultural quotes, things that you guys lived by or that you personally lived by?
Yeah, a lot. I probably can't think of them right now, but when it comes to, I heard Andy Reid say this. It was preseason games, and I kind of take this off the field and in life. It's never as good as you think it is. It's never as bad as you think it is. Mm-hmm. Just keep getting better. And when you have that mindset, you can appreciate the times where things are going good, and when things aren't going good, it can humble yourself and say, it's not that bad. Like just keep getting better.
So back when you were coming through, right, 2005 until what you played till 18?
18.
Yeah, to do my math real quick on that, 13 years.
Yeah. Actually, last year, I did play 13 years in Kansas City. I did tried to play one more year. So I had 14 years in the league, and I played with the Oakland Raiders. And I just gave them my scraps. I didn't have much left, so I was about
that was your retirement tour.
Yeah.
So it was different then, right? But like, what was your relationship with mental health and sport? What was it like in the locker room, in the football community?
Mental health is probably the biggest component in football, just because it's such a violent sport, and being able to be right up here off the field is very, very important. On the field, we're trained killers. Mm-hmm. We're trained killers. Off the field, it crosses the path. Not saying killer off the field. I'm just saying it crosses so many so many guidelines. When you talk about the mental health part of it, I've had great mental health. I've been around some people that have it. I was in Kansas City in 2012, where my best bud on the team committed suicide. And he was a fellow linebacker. He was. It's all over the media and whatnot at this time, and I knew he was going through problems with his fiance, and he would tell us about it. We'd talk about it. Man, it'll be all right, man. It's just and he would make it light. He wouldn't be, but it was more. Now that I look back, I wish I would have talked to him more. Like, come on, like, let's sit down like this, really, really talk about it, right? Let's get down to the nitty gritty, because when you have a senseless act that he actually killed his girlfriend or his fiance, and then later went to the facility and killed himself, and it was a big deal, and that really kind of hurt everybody, hurt me for sure. That was let me know how real mental health is. If you didn't know already,
right? It
really was like, that's how tragedies come, and it sucks that you have to learn through tragedies. But that kind of let me know, like, oh, like whatever you're going through, you need to get help. You need to get help. It's okay to have a problem, like if you have a problem mentally, it's okay. Like we all go through it. Get help. That's the biggest thing. If you don't get help, now it's a bigger problem. And that was something that really that was a dark place during my career.
Yeah, and I think like how ripple approach, how it impacts the rest of the team, like the coaching dynamic, the conversations that we have, like it changes the culture.
Yeah, it does.
So if we're looking at resources, right, and not everyone knows how to ask for help, everyone thinks, oh, it has to be the darkest times in order for me to get help, right? Versus like, well, no, it impacts all of us. It could be a little thing that I just get help for, right? Man. Before it becomes a bigger thing.
I think that's key.
Right.
We all go through stuff. I don't care if you have it all together. You got something. And you being able to talk to somebody, it actually gives you more peace. It actually may even release some things in you where you say, man, I'm not the only one. I didn't know I wasn't the only one that's going through that. Like, no, we all go through that. Yeah. Us being, because sometimes as football players or someone who plays sports, I think we feel alone. We feel like, man, it's, because it's only a few on the field, right? There's a lot of people in the stands. So sometimes we feel like, no, they people don't go through what I go through. And that's mental health is a big part of that. If you don't get help, you're going to, you're sooner the better.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting point, right? The armor, right? And you physically put pads on, right? So you're physically wearing like protection, and you're hiding yourself, and it's isolating, and it's just your mind. And there's this facade of like, we can't show weakness. We can't let that down. We can't take the pads off or the mask off, right? And we've had stigma around emotions and negative emotions and mental health being like problematic, which is, it makes it harder in the athletic world when you're on display at the collegiate professional level. Like you are being washed all the time.
It does. It's especially, not to single out men, but for men, it's tough. Because we got a lot of pride. We got a lot of pride. That's one of those things where being able to compartmentalize both, right? Football is football, life is life. Two different things. And sometimes they get like this, and we need somebody to help us to say, no, hey, this ain't a football mind. Because football mind, I'm quick-tempered. Hey, what you say? I can be that way. Off the field, it's not that way. And we got a lot of real life situations that other people are clinically educated to help us on. Like, That's a good thing. We got so much help now. It's just us being able to answer the call, because everybody's calling. Everybody's calling. We got these resources at the schools or at the organizations when it comes to professional to actually speak up and get help. But we just need to pick up the phone and say, all right, this is what I got. This is my mess. And it'll become whoever's talking to you, it'll be our mess, right? It'll be more people involved to help you to get better.
So what do you think it would take players to walk in a door, pick up a call, right? Like, because they're not using that as much, right? And it's someone's in the house every now and again. Like, what do you think it actually takes to make it more normalized, like see an athletic trainer?
Oh, man. Talking to them more. If you are a coach, a mental health coach, being able to knock on their door, being able to sit them down, even if you say, I know you don't have anything going on, but
just the presence, being around.
Yeah, let's talk. What
right?
Just tell me something. Look,
be a human.
Yeah.
How are you? Yeah.
So, and just talking, then there are some things in life that you go through that you can't hide. Can't hide. It's just certain things that have come out, especially professionals like yourself. You hear certain stuff and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's just, you got that intuition or that conviction, like, oh, got it. So I need to make sure I steward you in that area. Got it. Right. But again, it takes more caring and love from the mental coach first, because it's work to be done. Even if it ain't nobody in the office, it's work to be done.
Yeah, and I think to that point, it's like seeing the person within the player. That's what I always go by. Is like, I need to see the person within you beyond just the player on the field.
That's big. That's football is what we do. It's not who we are, right? So, and a lot of times we get so much love and praise and money and fame from football. It's like, that's me. It's like, nah, that ain't you.
Right.
That's what you do. You do a great, very good job at it. It's not you.
So what do you think you'd be, or looking ahead, at what age would a player benefit the most from sports psychology resources, like youth, adolescent, collegiate, professional?
Ooh, I want to say high school, but then I want to get before that. I want to go junior high school. I want to go junior high school. I think Pee Wee ball is, I don't think in Pee Wee ball. I think they can have better coaches in Pee Wee ball. Yeah. That would be more of a mental coach for them, just because that's got a big bearing on, just their makeup and stuff like that. But junior high,
right?
Introducing it to in junior high, because man, these kids, then we always say, oh, these kids didn't grow up like us. We're old school, this and this, and comparing. These kids got more distractions than anything. Right. Not even close. So you don't know what they have in their mind.
Yeah, and they're trying to figure out who they are also at the same time. So teaching them at a preventative age, so then when they become older and there is more of a problem, they click on, like, now I need to go make that call because I know what it's like.
So true. So true.
So if we're going to give a mental cheat code, which is what I like to do, right? We go into this phase and be like, I knew this mental skill, mental tool, mental mindset earlier on, it would have elevated my performance. What's your mental cheat code?
My mental cheat code would be to do a little extra when it comes to my body work, when it comes to prehabbing, making sure my body's right, making sure my mind is right, just in general, clearing out the noise. When it comes to watching a little bit more film, asking coaches a little more questions about, hey, why are we doing this? Or what's my keys? What's something that I think I should know that I'm scared to ask the coach? Like, man, he probably gonna look at me funny, but no, hey, what is this? I don't understand that. You keep talking about this. Tell me about this. Doing everything you possibly can, everything little. And I didn't do that. I did not do that when I was in college. I did not. I did extra, but I didn't do the detailed extra work where you say, man, you could be doing this. You could be watching film, and you could be, if you're going to watch a movie, go in there and get some work done on your body. Go get a massage. Just doing the extra, just a little bit extra, just getting 1% better every day. And at the end of the day, like I said, we are a product of how we spend our time. I want to spend my time just a little more detailed oriented.
Mm-hmm. And so if we transition into our current play, where you're at now, what's the biggest lesson you've taken from your playing days that you still apply to your daily life?
What I know now, kind of master it and be a professional in what I know, and making sure that has value, knowing that that's enough. As I go into the schools and my nonprofit organization, or I'm training linebackers, what I know now is mastering that, storing that, and then growing from there. Football has taught me the ability to pursue even during adverse moments. And now that I'm out of football, being able to have a regular life with kids, wife, and you go through plethora of stuff with wife or kids or job opportunities. Football has allowed me, this is what I learned from football, that, hey, if you can fight through it, you got to believe you can do it first, but you can fight through it and look at everything that you go through in life as an opportunity to get better. If you don't, it's going to be another inconvenience. It's going to be the energy is not going to be right to overcome whatever obstacles.
Right. And how can our listeners learn more about what you're doing? Because you got a bunch of projects going on. You got your nonprofit, you got some camps. Like, how can they learn more about you?
Yeah. Right now, the camps are coming soon. The linebacker camp is called Backer Vision, but we'll come back on here and plug that. Yeah. But right now, it's all about my nonprofit organization called Defend the Dream Foundation. And you can go to DerrickJohnsonFoundation.org, DerrickJohnsonFoundation.org to help support and to just to see what we're doing here in the community of Austin and be a part of it.
Well, I really appreciate, I think, as we mentioned at the very beginning with your bio, really the accolades you've had, but the journey has been because you have believed in the process and you've trusted it and you've welcomed opportunities. And so while not everyone on here has all the highs and some have more lows, like there's some pretty significant lows that you have experienced and witnessed from your teammates and have shaped, I think, even more of the humility and the servant side of you. So thank you for sharing that with us, giving us little mental cheat codes to be 1% better every day. Any last words you want to share with us?
Just reminding ourselves that who we are. A lot of times that gets confused with what we do. Mm-hmm. Who you are is not what you do. Who you are is can go in any area of life, any profession of life. If you kind of stick yourself into just what I do, when you have adversity in other areas of your life, then it's going to be hard to come out of it. It's going to be hard to fight that adverse moment. But knowing that God loves you and other people love you, and you can do anything you want to do. Just got to put your mind to it.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us this week on the highs and lows of X's and O's. I hope today's episode has equipped you with another mental cheat code to help you navigate your own highs and lows in pursuit of your success. Don't forget to subscribe, share with your friends, and leave us a review wherever you get your podcasts. We'd love to hear your thoughts, and we'd love to hear what you'd like to hear next. Until next time, stay curious, compassionate, and courageous.